Keto Chicken and Dumplings. Look at this red face. In the Instant Pot or the pressure cooker. I'm doing mine in my Ninja Foodi. Cook them under pressure, quick and easy. 9 minutes for the chicken, some simmering for the sauce. The dumplings take no time at all, and it is going to turn out wonderful. All right, guys, we are working on the chicken or the soup part of my chicken and dumplings. I've got 3 stalks of celery here. I've rinsed. We're just going to rough chop these into big sections. Now, there's a decision you can make at this point. You could chop this small if you were going to leave this in your soup. So a lot of people do. I'm on team because Sid doesn't really like vegetables, but he doesn't mind the flavor in the actual stock. So I'm going to be taking the vegetables out. So I'm just going to cut them in pretty big chunks so they're easier to remove. But you could by all means cut them up really small and leave them in the chicken and dumplings if you want the carrot, celery, and onion to stay in your dish. It'll be just fine. I'm going to use a little tiny less than half of this onion. And again, I'm gonna cut this in real big pieces. Sid hates onions, and he will eat keto chicken and dumplings because they're healthy for you. And I make the regular ones for him, and he loves those too. So just to avoid making 2 separate pots, so I'm just gonna cut this in 4. And these are going to be my pieces of onion. And we're going to get we're not even going to like pre-sear this or nothing. So I'm just going to flip you around. And you'll be looking down into the Ninja Foodi. There we go. So we'll be making this in the pressure side of my Ninja Foodi. I'm going to get it on. I'm going to go ahead and hit and sear saute just so it can start heating up a little bit. We're not sauteing anything. We're going to get our veggies in here. Now for our chicken, in a perfect world, I would be using chicken thighs. However, I have I have 2 bags of these chicken legs that I've had in my freezer for a while. And we are just going to use 2 bags of chicken legs and be happy about it. I'm going to get these out of the freezer. And it's only just 2 we only really need 2 servings out of this. We'll probably get that in leftovers. But we're just going to get this. We're going to cook this for 9 minutes on high pressure. Okay guys, so we have added our 2 cups of chicken broth that I made with this low sodium bouillon, chicken bouillon. So we have our our onions, carrots, celery. We have about a teaspoon of poultry seasoning sprinkled over, a tablespoon of dried parsley, and about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Or you could use granulated garlic if that's what you want to use. This is all we're going to put in here for seasoning at this point. We're going to get our lid, our pressure lid. And I always spill seasoning in the track of this. I know I need to clean that. Okay, so let's get this on pressure, on high. And we're going to go for 9 minutes. And we'll check back with you when it's ready. Okay guys, we are making our dumplings. I have 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, and it's really important that you level your measuring cup to make it exactly 3/4. We're going to use a half a scoop of whey protein isolate. It's unflavored, so we're going to add that. And then we're going to need 3/4 of a teaspoon of xanthum gum. we're gonna get a teaspoon of parsley. And a teaspoon of oregano. And a pinch of salt. And I'm using this because my grinder pepper is malfunctioning. So just add some salt and pepper. Okay. And then we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And we're gonna get this whisked all together. Grab my whisk here and try to make sure we don't have any lumps. But we just want to get all these ingredients mixed together. So I also have 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 egg. So we'll be adding both of those. The butter needs to be melted, so I'm gonna pop that in the microwave and get that together. And then we'll be back to finish up making these dumplings. All right, so here we are. We got all of our dry ingredients mixed together. It does say to add thyme, but I don't like it. Too coarse. Ooh, we're gonna add our 1 egg. We're gonna add our tablespoon of melted butter. And get that all mixed up. Then we'll use a couple spoons. Or spoon it out and make little balls and drop them in. I wanted to make the rolled out kind, but it didn't really work out that way, so we're gonna go with this recipe. So it's worth noting, once you drop these in I have my my Foodi, my pressure cooker, turned to sear, saute. So if you're on an Instant Pot, set your setting to sear, saute, so it can get that broth all hot. So we just have so much mess going over here. Okay, so we have our dumpling batter ready here. We're going to wait for our sauce. In the meantime, I'm going to get a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of xanthum gum to it. We're going to use that to thicken up the sauce. All right, this is our dough for our dumplings, and we're going to get those out of here into as soon as this gets to a boil. So I'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Can't believe I forgot. Oh, we'll see you back in a few minutes. I did miss filming me dropping the dumplings in here, but I just rolled them in a tablespoon at a time into little balls and dropped them in. I'll let you see what they look like. Then I have my heavy cream and xanthum gum here ready to go in to thicken the stock. And I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll see you back in a few minutes. 3 minutes covered. All right, guys, here are our cooked dumplings, and they are looking beautiful. They puffed up really well, held together. Just gonna kind of move them around, make sure they get lots of that broth action there. Oh, those look delicious. Okay, I'm gonna add some xanthum gum and some heavy cream. I can get it back open. Just to get it thickened up a little bit. Mix it with a little bit of water here. And let me get my heavy cream. We're just gonna get this gently so we don't mess up we want it to let thicken. Let's make sure this is on the sear. Saute still. So we're gonna let this start to thicken up. We're gonna add some heavy cream. And that's gonna make this creamy and delicious. I try to add it last because a lot of people say it'll curdle if it cooks too long in the pressure cooker. So we'll just be carefully here. Mix this all together. And we are, as soon as this all gets dissolved, this heats up and thickens, we will be ready to plate us up a bowl. Sorry I missed the rolling these. They're really like about an inch when you roll them up, and then they puff up to this big. So this looks absolutely delicious. I'm just gonna let this heat up, and then we're gonna serve it up, and I'll see you with a bowl. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and these are gonna be lovely. Yum. Here, let's put the camera down a little bit. Look at that. Yum. Can you say yum-y? All right. All right, you know what that's for. All right, so I'm gonna go get this video edited and uploaded. I know you've been missing me for a while. So if you like this video, do the thumbs up. If you haven't hit the red button, do that. Hit the bell. Do all the YouTube things. And as I say, and I mean with my whole heart, thank you so much.